What is happening, collectors? This is going to be the biggest video, certainly of 2021 for me, maybe even bigger than anything I did in 2020. And I had some unbelievable videos in 2020. This is so cool. I have in front of me here a binder, and not just any binder. I got this binder from my aunt, and I reached out to my aunt. Well, you know what, even before I say that, what got me into Pokemon was probably my aunt and my cousin. All those years ago, 1999, collecting base set, jungle fossil, all that good stuff. They were a big part of the hobby for me. And I reached out to my aunt, I would say probably 8 months ago, and I said, hey, do you still have your Pokemon cards by any chance? Because I just sent this base set that I got to PSA and it's worth a lot of money. And she responded saying, no, you know what, I looked for it, I couldn't find it. And then fast forward to about a week ago, and about a week ago, and she sends me a text message, say, hey, guess what, Mark? I found my Pokemon collection. I'm like, all right, you gotta be kidding me. Because she was an adult when we were collecting. Obviously, I was a kid, and we didn't know that we needed to take care of these cards. But my aunt, being a reasonable adult, was able to take far better care than I did. And now we're gonna look at this, and there is some amazing cards in this set. Amazing. Oh guys, and if I didn't mention, if you could please hit a like on this video, please be subscribed. I've got some big stuff planned, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. I've got some awesome content coming soon, so awesome if you could subscribe. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna show some of the big cards, and I'm gonna be giving some estimates to what I think they're worth, what I think they're gonna grade, because I'm gonna be sending these into PSA. Not all of them. We're going to be a little bit selective because of how expensive it is, because of the time frame of PSA and everything. But there are some amazing cards, and look what we've got. We have got some base set and even some first edition here. Now, that first edition isn't super impressive. Everything else here is unlimited, but I'm going to actually just take a look. We got to look at the big three here. We got to look at the Venusaur and see the condition. I have actually gone through this binder already, just to see, and I sleeved up the ones that were not sleeved up because I just wanted to see the condition. You look at that. Look at that. There is nothing on the holo there. It is super clean. Centering of the card is perfect. And then the back, there was, if I recall, there was a little bit, like this card, yeah, like maybe there's a little bit of edge or a corner where there, but other than that, you know, maybe a little bit at the bottom there too. But this is at least PSA 9. To me, this has a chance at a 10, unlikely, but I think we're more talking PSA 9 here, which is fantastic. So PSA 9 base set Venusaur. Now let's move to the big boy. This is the Holographic Charizard. I got one of these back. I got a PSA 8 myself. So let's just take a quick peek. I remember the Charizards weren't quite as good as some of the rest, and again, there's some amazing cards in this. I know we're starting off with Charizard, but there's some good ones here. So we got the Charizard. Again, looks pretty clean. When you look at the edges, though, there is that flaking off on the edges, as you kind of see from the old cards. And I don't know how PSAs, because I've heard them sometimes not deduct for that, because that's just, I mean, I can't imagine they're not going to deduct for it. But again, the holo. Look at that holo. That is fantastic. I think when I looked at this close, there were, no, that's not, that is, you know, without me just taking up too much time, we look at that there, centering, perfect. We look at the back, and again, if I believe, you know, oh man, those corners just look absolutely perfect. Like, that is a good looking card. That is a beautiful card. There might be something there, a little bit on the corner there. So again, I think we're probably talking PSA 9. Could have a chance at a 10, get the right grader. Again, I got a PSA 10 Blastoise myself for a card that was certainly a little bit off center. So you just got to get the grader on a good day. But I joke, PSA is pretty good with their grading. We've got the Blastoise. This is the one that I've gotten a 10. Again, you look at that holo. That is a pretty clean holo there, if I must say. And then we look at centering. Not bad, maybe a little heavy on the top. Let's see, this was, See, these have a little bit of a curve to them, just for the way they've been sitting in the binder, and it's probably has to do with because it's a holo as well. Look at that. Like, come on. There's definitely some whitening down in the corner there, but we're probably talking PSA 8, PSA 9. Solid. That is fantastic. And again, we're just getting started here. So I'm not going to go through every single one. We're going to look at the big boys here, but there's obviously the Pidgeot. This is, at the beginning of this binder, the 151 Pokemon. So we get into, you know, obviously we've got the Raichu, that is really cool, and then you get into some jungle and some fossil as well. So we flip the page, we've got the Raichu, a first edition fossil Raichu. Let's just take a quick peek at that. I don't want to stop at every single holo, but again, that's a first edition. It's definitely a little bit nicer than... So centering is not bad, maybe again a little bit heavy on the top. We've got the holo that is pretty clean. That is very clean. And then was this, there, I just remember some of the cards I looked at, there was chipping on the edges. Yeah, centering's a little bit off, but not by much. There's definitely some corner wear on that. So again, we're still probably talking PSA 8 or PSA 9. Very, very solid cards here. So very cool. We get into some Nidokings. We've got the Clefairy, the Clefable, Ninetales, awesome, Wigglytuff, very nice. Let's see what else is worth looking at. Got the Vileplume over there, the Venomoth. Anything else here? We got the Poliwrath, very nice. The Alakazam, we should look at the Alakazam. The Alakazam is probably worth stopping for because it is one of the best ones from, it's probably what, maybe 4 or 5, I would say, from the set. So there, let's get back in the center here. That is another good looking holo. Again, I'm going to look under this. I've got a nice bright light. I've got a loop that I use for checking over all my holos because we certainly will not see everything in this light here, but everything just looks perfect on this. I was so excited when she sent me the message and said, hey, I found my cards. You know, again, you got a little bit of edge wear, but I don't think it's going to be too much. Like, most of these are going to be PSA 9. We've got a chance for some PSA 10s. Which is very, very exciting. So there's the Machamp. We've got anything else? There's a Victory Bell up there. The first edition Fossil Magneton, awesome. There's then another Magneton as well from base set. We've got the couple Haunters and a Gengar there, which is great. Hypno. There's Electrode, first edition Hitmonlee. Oh man. The nostalgia is just unbelievable with this binder. And again, this is just the first 151. There's more. I know we're going through this, but I wanted to just give you guys an idea of what we're working with here. Chansey is a great card in that it's tough to get PSA 10s. Now, I think I remember seeing some marks on it. I mean, it really looks clean. I can see some print lines. I don't know if I can get them up on camera here, but like you can see my reflection there, and there's nothing going on. But I think I did see print lines. Centering is not the best on this one. It's a little heavy on the top, and the back, you know, a little bit of whitening here and there. So again, we're probably talking PSA 8, just because I know how Chansey is a difficult card to grade, but unbelievable. We got the Mr. Mime, a Scyther, we've got Pinsir, we got Gyarados, we got a first edition Lapras. We got to look at that one because that is a first edition Lapras is certainly one of the ones to get from Fossil. Centering looks about perfect. Let's see here on the holo foil. I mean, just from what I'm looking, because I'm trying to look through the camera and not through the camera all at the same time here. That looks really clean. The back. What do we got here? Weird. Okay, there we go. That's better. So you got a little bit of edge wear, a little bit of corner whitening, but again, we're probably talking PSA 9, I'm thinking on that. And on the screen here, I'm sure I've been showing you all the values of these cards. even if I missed some, just to give you an idea, because this is a valuable book. We've got some huge potential and beyond with what we've just got here. So Ditto, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, these are all great cards. They're not first edition, but still, the Kabutops, Aerodactyl, Snorlax, Articuno first edition. We'll take a look at that one because, again, Articuno, that's probably your third best to get from the set. Maybe second best? No, third best, because you got the Lapras and the Dragonite. Beautiful. I think there's is that a scratch? That looks like a scratch right down at the bottom there. So we're not going to look at that one for too long. Centering is not stellar on that one. You can see the top end. There's some edge wear on the top there, but you know, we're probably looking PSA 7, something to that effect. Again, I'm going to take a closer look. And then we get into, there's the Moltres holographic, first edition, fantastic. Dragonite, unfortunately not first edition. Mewtwo, and then we've got a promo of Mewtwo. Another Mewtwo promo, and then the holographic Mew promo. Awesome. Now, this is when it gets even more fun. So we've got some, let's see, any Shadowless? Yeah, so there's, this is a Shadowless. Shadowless Pokemon Trainer. I don't know if I'll get any of the trainers graded or not. I know Shadowless is good. If that was first edition, that would be fantastic. But I don't believe I saw, other than that Squirtle at the beginning, and there's a couple other first editions in, Shadowless cards in these trainers. So, oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. We've got a whole bunch of big boys from Team Rocket, and not some just that are old, you know, usual ones like your Dark Blastoise, fantastic card, but a Dark Charizard first edition. Yeah, and the Dragonite there, unfortunately not first edition, but this Charizard. Let's take a peek at it, because if this came back as a PSA 10, we're talking big bucks. We're talking $7 grand, something like that. So let's just take a peek here. Centering is, you know, pretty close. The holographic, like, absolutely nothing going on there. It is beautiful as can be. Let's take a look. Was this the one where, no? Yeah, see, if you can see on the edges here, it's tough with the camera here, but you can see it's almost like a rough cut. So sometimes PSA deducts and sometimes they don't. The back looks pretty darn good too. I remember looking this over, and centering is just a little bit off on it, but we're probably talking PSA 9, which is still big bucks, which is still over $1,000, probably creeping up towards 2,000, and who knows by the time this is done where it's going to be. But some of these are first edition, and now Dark Dugtrio, not too fancy there, but we've got Dark Alakazam, we've got a Dark Blastoise, and then the Dark Dragonite, which is fantastic. And then let's flip the page and then see what else is valuable. We got the Dark Magneton and the Dark Machamp in first edition. Beautiful. Amazing collection. So there's some Team Rocket. And then we go through there, and there's a bunch of other great first edition cards you're going to want, like your Charmanders, and where else have we got here? Anything else that's probably worth mentioning? First edition Squirtle. Excellent cards to have. And then we keep going. And oh, look, what do we got now? There's a couple, what is this, Gym Challenge or Gym Heroes? I can't even remember. There's the secret rare Dark Raichu, another solid card. Erica's Victory Bell, that's not a holographic bell, but we've got the Rockets Moltres, very cool. There is a WOTC logoed Misty's Psyduck. I don't know too much about that yet, but I looked at it. Great condition. And then we get into some Neo Destiny, amazing cards here. So some of them are first edition, like this Ampharos. That is awesome. Let's see here. Kingdra, Lugia. Oh boy. I wish this Lugia was first edition, but actually, even that Heracross is a valuable card too. Even not in first edition. All of the non-first edition Neo Genesis cards, they have a pretty low pop. I learned that from Rhyme Style. He was saying how they are low pop, and that can make them not as valuable still as first editions, but still look pretty darn good. Like, I looked at this one, again, these holos are clean. This is the dream, guys. If we were all adults when we were collecting Pokemon cards, this would be unbelievable, because we would have been taking care of our cards like this. as best as we can. You know, if only if we knew, but that's just the way it goes. A little bit of maybe whitening at the top there. It's tough to know with the lighting that, like the edge. It's tough to know if they would deduct for that or not, but we're still probably talking. I remember looking at this, probably PSA 9. I wish maybe PSA 10, but I think PSA 9 is a more realistic estimate. But on screen, you'll see the value of both. Meganium First Edition. Now there's 2 Meganiums, and the more valuable one is, yes, number 10 Meganium. And I looked this one over. This one looks immaculate. Absolutely immaculate, if I get that in the camera here. Centering maybe a little heavy on the top. Maybe a little bit heavy there. But the holo, absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. It's first edition. This is the big boy. If you could get this as a 10. And this one, to be honest, this is a 10 candidate. Even with the centering off just a smidge on the front and back. Oh, actually, no, maybe this wasn't. There's a little bit of whitening there. We're still probably looking at maybe 8 or 9 on that one. I'm mistaken. I thought that one was the one that could be a 10, but still a very solid card. Another big one, the Slowking First Edition. And you know what I love about this one? Look at this absolutely beautiful monster swirl right in the center of it. This one is so difficult to get as a PSA 10. That's why there are very few, and I'll show you the pop on screen right now. And this one looked good. It's tough on this particular camera because I'm pretty sure when I was looking it over, there are some print lines in it. But we're still probably looking at, I'm thinking PSA 9 on this one. All these have a chance at PSA 10s. Like, these are all beautiful cards. You know, a little bit of imperfections, and with PSA, there is still an opportunity to get those PSA 10s, and we're talking big bucks. Now, I was a little bit sad that this spot was empty because that's the T17. We do have the T18 Typhlosion First Edition, still worth a good amount of money, but not quite as valuable as, or not even close to valuable as the T17 was. The Metal Energy up there. So yeah, this is an absolutely jammed-packed, full of amazing cards, and we're not done. No, we are not done. There is still some pages left. We have still got some big hitters that I am excited to share with you guys here. A lot of first editions in these, like that Pikachu. I don't know if it's worth grading. I'll have to see what things are worth. But again, I'm going through this binder. When I edit, this video is going to take me a long time to edit because I want to make sure I have as much information in it as possible because there is some big potential money cards in here. And I'm excited to kind of add that up and see what that's going to look like. All right, you guys ready? I don't know if you're ready. I think you might be ready. Now we get into some Neo Discovery. So we've got the Houndoom, non-first edition, but a Houndoom, a valuable card. We've got the Politoed, another valuable card. We'll take a quick peek at the Politoed. And the reason why a lot of these are valuable is just because they're low pop to get PSA 10s. So the value drops off after PSA 10. So, but when I looked over these ones were all perfect. There was no chipping. There was no edge wear on most of them. That one might have a scratch there. Actually, yeah, look at that. That's too bad. I didn't see that the first time. But there's a scratch on the Politoed. But the back, absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. Maybe a little bit of edge wear there. So we're probably talking PSA 8 or PSA 9 on that one. But then we get into the big ones here. We have got the Umbreon and Espeon, a non-first edition, but still very, very valuable cards. And this one, I can actually already see the centering is just off on this one, definitely to the right. So it is definitely shifted left to right, but this is a holo. The holo is absolutely perfect. This one had no problems at all. Beautiful, beautiful card. Now let's just take a quick peek at the back. And again, the centering off a little bit on that one, and then you got a little bit of edge wear. And now at the top there, yeah, there's a little bit on the top, but overall beautiful. And actually, this one I can see the centering is off, so this came from the same box. So I don't know if my aunt bought a box of these, and they all probably came out of the same case or same booster box. But beautiful, beautiful cards. These have some big money potential. These are all probably PSA 9s here, and then even below it here, yeah, the Yanma. That is another valuable card from this set because it's low pop. So let's just take a quick peek. Centering looks better on this one. So this looks like it came from a different print run, obviously. It's not first edition, but still, absolutely beautiful. Holo, there's definitely, look at those. Look at those print lines. There's one monster one down the middle, and then I don't know if those are scratches or those are all print lines going down. So that one, unfortunately, not going to be getting the 10 on that one. But that is still unbelievable. Even we got the Espeon there in the non-holo. But what a cool... Yeah, we're missing out on the Tyranitar holo, which I believe is another big one. And that really about wraps up this. And I went over that super quick. If you guys, please, 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 if you could leave a comment down below, let me know if you think I missed something, if there's something big that I flipped over, please let me know, because I'm combing through this. This is going to be an unbelievable return. We're going to send it off to PSA. It's going to take a while, obviously, but we're going to probably have to speed up, express some of them. So we'll keep you posted. If you could, please, I know I mentioned it earlier, please hit subscribe. I've got some amazing videos, and if you look over my shoulder there, you see some Shining Fates Elite Trainer boxes. Yeah, that's some Shining Fates Elite Trainer boxes. Hopefully I'm going to get to some of those very soon, but I would love for you to be subscribed to this channel. Hit a like, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.